Are we on the air?
And we're back. This is ThirdCoast Radio. This is your man Kamikaze, the Kingmaker. We are in the building. We got the cool kids in here. Well, we got 2/3 of the cool kids. We got Dreon Santana. We got Kayla Renee. House of Mars is on vacation. So shouts out to you, House of Mars. Hope you are enjoying your time off and on your spring break. Hopefully I don't look on the news or look on social media and see you on the beach anywhere. You know that went down last week, and the results were not too good for a lot of people down there. If you went to Black Beach, so shouts out to our folks down there on the coast that listen to us. We broadcast to all 82 counties. So if you're listening to us down there on the coast, the coastal area, Biloxi, Gulfport, Pascagoula, Moss Point, Gaucher, all those folks, down there, man. If you went over to Black Beach, hope you had a good time, and I hope you got back in one piece. Hope you enjoyed yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they don't shut you down. I hope they give y'all a chance to have fun.
Oh, you definitely getting shut down.
Maybe. We'll talk about that a little bit when we get into the next segment, though, man. As promised, in the studio, man. We got that boy Carey in the studio, man. What's happening with you, babe?
Okay, Mr. Carey.
In the building. Make sure you pull up to that mic right there. The mic. There you go. Yeah. So all the people can hear you all over the place, man. So, for folks that are not familiar with you, introducing yourself, man, to all 82 counties, man. Tell them who you are. Tell them where you're from. Tell them your claim to fame, brother.
I'm Carey, 23, born and raised in Ridgeland. Been making music for about 8 years now, and performing for about 8 years since I was 14. So.
Okay, cool. So when was the moment that you decided that you wanted to be serious about this music thing and it stopped being a hobby for you?
Well, when I heard Eminem's verse on Forever,
okay,
it was like, yeah, I want to be able to do that. Like, I felt power hearing that. So to be able to do it now, it's real. He inspired me to do that. He's like my sensei.
So Eminem's verse on that record was a standout verse for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because for me, like in the pantheon of Eminem's verses, I don't know if that's his hardest verse.
Well, I was young, right? So.
Yeah.
He definitely has harder verses.
Yeah. So for somebody, at that age that you were at that time, Eminem's amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of the top MCs of all time. But and he's definitely got some harder verses. But that Forever record, just because of the people that was on the record and him holding his own, I think that was,
it was the energy and the flow and
energy of the song.
What he was saying, like.
Yeah. So describe for me the first time that you went. You heard this record. You were inspired and you wanted to start doing music. So describe what it was like the very first time, man, when you went in. Describe your first time putting a song together that you could say, this is my record, and I'm putting some lyrics to it, and here it is, and you let some other people hear it. So describe that experience, man. Where'd you do it? Where did it happen? Can you remember the name of it?
Of course I do. My first song, before I made that song, I had a couple verses that I did for my cousin, K2 Melly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I started making music with him. But, my first song, I was 15, I think.
Yeah.
And got high that Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And that pretty much inspired the song. I say it in the song. But I made that beat too. And, I went to the studio like maybe that same weekend and recorded it. And then,
Cool. Shouts out to K2 Medley.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, man, he's been on the show a couple of times. Actually been on the Kickback a couple of times. I know his folks. They're good people. But we'll talk about that offline. But at any rate, man. So, describe your style of music. You sent us records in. We played the records here on ThirdCoast Radio, man. So, how would you describe your style and describe your music? If you had to pattern yourself or if you had to compare yourself, and I know people don't like doing that. I don't really like doing it either. But if you had to say you patterned yourself after somebody's style, what would that be?
That's a good question. Cause now I want to answer like comparing myself to somebody. Like I guess something like I want to say Kendrick and Prince combined.
Okay.
But about my sound though, my style, I like to say it's like non-genre specific, but as rap, it's like it's a lot of rock influences, cause like that's what's really influenced me. I love rock.
Okay.
Like 70s through 80s, like really 60s through 80s, all that.
Okay. Who's your favorite band then?
My favorite band?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you really listening to.
I want to say, I'm gonna just say Beatles. Yeah, it's like I listen to a lot of their music, but I also like a lot of Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Who else? I think it's called Rat.
Yeah.
R-A-T-T.
Yeah. Round and Round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a few other bands I can't think of off top, but
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of that. But the 80s sound, that's what really inspires my sound today.
Like the hair band.
Yeah, just cause like the electronic like synths, like the way the music was produced back then, and the way things were written, and the way people projected their voice, like I'm kind of trying to implement that to.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Cool. So talk about some of your music you've already released, and what can we be looking forward to?
Music I've already released. Well, I just put out a song called Get Right.
Okay.
It's a little stoner anthem. So tomorrow, y'all crank that up. Y'all go look that up. Get Right by Carey. Produced by me as well.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, like even in that song, right? Like the way I project my voice in the verse is like, it's like you put that on like a rock production and it fits. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know. But anyway, music I got coming out. I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm working on a project right now, actually. And Get Right will be on that project.
Can we know the name of the new project? We like exclusive here.
Like exclusives.
Can we? Manager? Not yet. Okay.
Not yet?
I do have one more question now.
Okay.
You mentioned you produce.
Yeah.
So you're an artist and producer?
Yep.
And engineer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mainly like engineer myself. I haven't gotten too much experience engineering other people. But yeah, I've had a couple clients. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you self-taught?
yeah.
Cool.
Hey, man, that's the best way.
Wow.
Cuts out a whole lot of expenses that way too.
That is very true. So you did say that you don't make music specifically to one genre. So what would you say is like the best part about not allowing yourself to create music for one specific genre? Having that variety of range that you'd be able to take yourself to different levels with.
You saying what like makes me? Can you repeat that again?
Like, what's the best part of it?
The best part of it. Creating something new, like being like for example, like I said about Get Right, vocally, you know, it's like you can hear the rock into that, but like the sample is Maxine, what's her name? The song that sample is We Gotta Get Right Back to Where We Started from that song. But I turned it into a drill song, you know, put drill drums on it and did my thing on it. But yeah, like I like to mix things a lot. But it's gotta make sense, you know.
Mashing up. Mashups a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is a new technique out here.
Yeah, mashups is a new thing out there. It's really actually a thing. So, you know, clearly what you having, you know, those musical influences. So, you know, you're using samples a lot in the music.
I'm using them a lot less nowadays, though.
I was about to get into that because it gets costly on the back end, especially if you want the music to make it to a wide audience. So, as a producer now and as an engineer, what are you doing to try to scale back a little bit on your using samples?
Well, naturally, I've fallen back from samples a little bit because I just have like a mission in my mind to really change the future of the way things sound. So like I compose a lot of my stuff nowadays.
Okay.
Like on the album, like it's probably gonna be only like 4 songs that are samples. But everything else is, yeah.
So you gonna you play anything? You play any instrument?
Guitar a little bit, but not enough to say, you know, not enough to like go on the stage with it yet. But
Still self-taught on that too.
Well, I learned in high school a little bit.
Okay.
But I mainly only learned to play guitar to play my own
To play your
songs.
stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Staying self-contained, man, is really important. So, you know, the fact that you engineer and produce and, you know, you're having the wherewithal to kind of learn what you need to learn to keep everything in. I mean, I'm sure that's very good for, you know, the label and by the way.
Oh wow.
So we got your people in here real quick, and I want to make sure that they have an opportunity to talk. So you have your label in here. Introduce yourself, and talk a little bit about what you got going on, and we'll talk about how you guys got interested in Carey in here.
Okay. Well, we are not your unique label. We don't need to use that name as a label. We are just Face the Truth Sound Music Group, where we push marketing, branding, musicians, talent management. We also build through artist development. We build our artists.
Yeah.
We educate them. We believe that some labels are after you and your music and don't give it back to you.
Right.
So with us, we educate you and not put finances in front, but we put access. So in our building, we have a rehearsal hall where they can come in and practice. The studio is completely accessible to them. They get the key, they get in there and they work. Those that we believe in, and we understand, as y'all can see, he's a walking brain. He's brilliant, a little nervous, but he's a brilliant guy. His work speaks for itself. And our amazing team is built of 5 gentlemen who came together from different walks of life. And of course, we was based on faith, and we came from out of the COVID. A lot of musicians and a lot of artists, they were just needing some place and some idea to express themselves. And just through so much work and so much opportunities, we was able to get into a space where artists will come freely and record, and needed management, they needed marketing, and we just built now from 5 people to 22 people.
Wow.
We have a full team.
Yeah.
We are blessed to have Carey. We're working on his marketing. He's not even talking about some of the things that he do on the marketing side. So he's definitely self-taught. We look at your numbers, we look at your analytics, of course, but we also look at what your potentials are. We are that organization that gives a second chance. There's other organizations that are out there who are saying no because you may look a certain way. They're saying no because your sound is a certain way that it's not ready for the right now. We just believe in giving them those individuals that we feel that are true to themselves. They have a brand. They have the potential. They are writing. That they are skilled. They just don't have the money. They may not have the resources. They may not have the support. They may need that mother or nurturing. They may need these opportunities that you all are providing. So money may not be there right now, but it's definitely going to get there. They don't know about ASCAP or BMI or CSAC. They don't have the information. They've been wounded by so many horrific individual organizations who are looking at their talent and exploiting it. So Face Your Sound, we resetting the time. That's what Face Your Sound
I
is
like
all
that.
about.
So where did you guys first see Carey, and what drew you guys to him originally? Where did this meeting come about?
So originally, because we have a summer program with an internship, I was invited into a space, and it's on Saturdays. I'm trying to remember what the name. Synergy. So I was invited to Synergy.
Shout out Miranda.
Shout out Miranda
and
Joy.
Rita, all of them. So I was invited there. They were just bringing it back, and so that's where he was performing. And one of our artists, B1GD4B3, who was doing 420 right now in Alabama, he was performing that night. Somehow his music went screwed up. They couldn't get his music to play, but he freestyled. He just went crazy, and they loved him. They live music. And Carey enjoyed that idea. I took the platform, invited everyone who was interested in getting a job for the summer to hit me up. He was one of those guys. Out of the 10, I chose him among all the 10 to do our intern. We only had 4. And there was 4 additional after that. But out of the 10, he was definitely one of those guys. He was very, very aggressive, And I appreciate that, because now that tells me that you're going to invest in yourself. You took the time out to be consistent. You took the time out to ask all the right questions. He did everything from the beginning to the end. And although we didn't get a grant for the internship through the organization, I still took them in. And then he said that he had music, and I forgot that he had performed.
Right.
So I allowed him to perform again just for me to see. So we have a thing that's called LIT, L-I-T. It's local independent talent that we have every second and fourth.
Okay.
And he performed there, blew us away. When I tell you he was a rock star, everyone was able to remember all his words. Everyone was able to remember the tag of his. I remember you, as a kamikaze, you was very aggressive as a leader. I'm telling y'all, he was no joke. Yeah, we was terrified of him coming into our office.
I'm terrified.
Terrified. But and I'm definitely one of your I say prodigies. One of your you produced this person that I am. I'm a beast when it comes into doing the business, working under you guys. So it's just how the time just comes around. I had no idea that you was here at all. This is not where I'm always sitting. But this guy blew us away. Our talent team said we need a representation like this. He's young, he's vibrant, he's self-made, he's definitely unique. His sound sounds like nothing we've heard before. He has an image that we can contour, we can shape. He's open to learn. He's just looking at where he was and what he was doing. I was working in the studio, working with him, teaching him on some engineering side, just having a conversation, and I'm seeing like, wow, he's taking everything, all the advice, some of these young people, and I'm young in faith, but all these young people, they think that we don't know anything. Because I remember I was the same way. Like, I know it all, have access. But now he was able to, just vibe, and he's just one of those quiet individuals who's going to go into their space. You say, hey, you got 1 hour, I need you to do this, this, and this. He's going to do it in 45 minutes.
Carey, let me ask you, what and put you on the spot, what impressed you about, what they were doing, because artists have people come to them every day, especially if they're self-contained like yourself and talented. They have people come up to them every day and say, hey, we want to do X, Y, Z with you. So that happens all the time. So what was it about this company that impressed you above all else that you were able to say, hey, I'd like to work with you guys and let's work together?
Well, the knowledge and the intent, I mean, you can tell that he clearly, he wants the best for, music in general, and that he's trying to really help put me and the other artists out there. And also, I can just come to him whenever I need help with something. I mean, he's very hands-on. He's taught me a lot.
Okay, cool. All right, so what can we be looking for from Carey coming up? What other projects you got coming up?
Well, my next project, I cannot reveal that, right? It's classified.
There you go, that's cool. That's cool.
What's up.
That's what's up. Hey, click, it is what it is, man.
The next song, though, I am figuring that out, but I have a pretty good idea, and I have a pretty good idea of at least how I, right now, would like the
They just
project
going
to
to
go.
keep following us. That's all. They just
Yeah, but right now I'm really just focused on Get Right. I actually wrote a short film to kind of go with it. It's finished. I'm just waiting for my cameraman so we can shoot that.
There you go. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, get them all of the contact numbers right now and all the social media handles.
Social media, you can follow me on Instagram at c.are.y.
Okay.
and they can contact us at 601
There you go.
609-0122, and you can ask for Carey.
There it is. And you gonna pick up?
No, he will.
Well,
We'll make sure.
yeah, somebody will pick up.
Man, that's fantastic. If you're gonna pick up, we're gonna call you directly. The phone line's gonna be lighting up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick break, man. We're gonna come back and we're gonna have another live from In Studio A segment. It's the second one on the show today. So we got another MC on the blue mic, and we're gonna see what Carey is gonna do, man. So we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. Boy, Carey, man, he's been in here telling us about all the fantastic stuff that he has going on, but it's that time, man. We got another live from Studio A segment. We got our second artist that's gonna bless the blue mic for us. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got that boy Carey, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Alright. Look, never tell me the odds. I can smell a facade. I can't dwell on the loss. I'm pulling every nail from my coffin. I'm in it to win it regardless. And I venture in embarking on, and I got infinite targets. Life's a movie, I'll just live in the starting. Well, I wrote mine, produced it, and directed it, yeah. And it's getting good reviews, so I edit it, yeah. The life I knew is in the wind. I doubt myself, next thing you know I'm doing it again. Like, come on. Refer me as father, they wanna see my courage discarded. They wanna see me turn to a carcass, doing my best, curving mirages in a world where they murder the martyrs. Feel like my outlook is permanently tarnished, but all of the hurt has been harnessed. Can't be moving at first without caution.
Yeah. Carey in the building. Hey, you know, I can hear the Eminem influence in there a little bit too. I can hear it. You heard it, Java? I can hear it. No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, Carey in the studio, man, live from Studio A.
Great.
Always love it, man. We had an artist come in and give us some bars, man. So that's 2 weeks in a row. We had Scott Albert Johnson, man. We had GMB early. We got Carey. We firing that blue mic back up again.
Right,
it was sleep for a second, and we fired it back up again, right?
Back up.
That's what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out Carey, man. Check out the music when it comes out, man. Check him out anytime that y'all can see him live performing on stage, wherever it is. Expecting some good things from you, man, later on. So make sure you follow him on social media and all of that good stuff, man. We got some more music coming up, man. A lot more music, a lot more talk, man. You know what it is. It's Third Coast Radio. We'll be right back.